This is Eagle 102, broadcasting 24/7, 365, KJFM Radio, Eagle 102.
From KJFM Radio, Eagle 102, Area High School Softball is on the air. Eagle 102 brings you area softball on air and online. Now, exciting area high school softball action on your area sports leader, KJFM, Eagle 102.
And welcome to Sullivan High School and Sullivan Bank Ballpark for the MSHSAA Class 3 Semifinal. The Bowling Green LadyCats, after a dramatic victory in the quarterfinal earlier in the week, have made it into this ball game against a Sullivan team that scored a huge upset over Logan Rogersville in their quarterfinal game on Monday. And a 5-0 win. In fact, Sullivan, Maddie, haven't even allowed a run in their past 3 games, 3 shutouts.
Yeah, that's a big statement coming into this game, and it's going to be tough on the Bowling Green offense, but they've got some great hitters, great offense this season, and, hopefully they're going to put some runs up today and end that scoreless streak.
I think the scoreless streak is very much in jeopardy going into this ball game. The way Bowling Green has been hitting the ball in this postseason, not just for average but for power, multi-home run games in every postseason game so far this season, and it continued in the dramatics in that 7th inning with the home run by the leadoff batter for the LadyCats, Kennedy Grimsley, 2 batters ahead of the walk-off hit by Jade Meyer. So this Bowling Green batting order, I think, has too much pop at this point to be shut out.
It does have too much pop at this point. I mean, you've got 2 big offensive leaders currently, in my opinion. You have Grimsley and you have Womack, who have stepped into some shoes here. Covering for Grace Dieters was Kennedy Grimsley a couple weeks back, when Grace was out, and she's taken that spot in the top of the lineup, and she's been producing. And she put that home run up on the board the other night for the LadyCats in that last inning, tying that game for them. And then Womack also had a home run the other night. Big game for them. Yeah,
and Kennedy thriving in that leadoff spot has kind of allowed Grace Dieters to kind of ease herself back into form. We saw it in the first game of this state tournament. She was looking very much like the Grace Dieters of old, batting a little bit farther down the order in that 7 spot.
Yeah, and she needed that time, coming off of 2 weeks of being at home doing whatever she had to do. It's taking her a step away from the game, but being able to have that pressure taken off of her and Grimsley stepping into that role has allowed her to just adjust and get ready for this game, and we could probably see something pretty big out of Gracie today.
Well, we've talked a lot already, and we haven't even started the pregame show yet. We're very excited for this state semifinal game, a little closer to home than Springfield. The winner will play in the state championship game in Springfield on Friday. The game time has been set for the MSHSAA Class 3 state championship game. That'll be at 5 o'clock. We'll see if Bowling Green can get there when we start the pregame show next on Eagle 102.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Show off your school pride today with the Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Every time you use your Bulldog debit card, Bank of Louisiana will make a donation to the Louisiana School District. Stop by the bank today and get your new Bulldog debit card so you can start supporting the teachers and students with every swipe. The Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Member FDIC.
This is Tracy Brookshire, Marketing Coordinator and Public Information Officer for Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice here in Missouri. We are doing our best to keep our community informed as much as possible regarding how the COVID-19 pandemic is affecting our county. Visit our dedicated COVID-19 page on our website at pikecountyhealth.org for resources, latest news, updated case counts, and a contact form for questions and concerns specifically related to the virus. Visit our website to subscribe to our PCHD e-news and be the first to know about any updates and resources we have to offer in our communications. Stay safe out there, Pike County. Your health is our priority, and together we will get through this concerning time.
Bowling Green Insurance is here to serve all your insurance needs. Bowling Green Insurance offers companies to cover your farm, home, auto, and crop needs. Call Fred or Jackie today to get a customized quote that will fit you and your budget. Bowling Green Insurance is an independent insurance agency. That means they can offer several companies to fit you. Give Bowling Green Insurance a call today to get a quote. 573-324-5762 or 573-324-CROP.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Keys to the Game on KJFM, sponsored by Vicki Cadwallader Real Estate in Louisiana. It's time now for the Eagle 102 Pregame Show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Either or will work. We're getting ready for the state semifinal in Class 3 softball. The Bowling Green LadyCats 19-7 on the season, taking on the Sullivan Lady Eagles 19-9, and Sullivan won the toss. Tails did not pan out for Coach Craig Smith, and so Sullivan on their home field will be the home team here this afternoon. And let's talk about some of these matchups a little bit. Bowling Green, we mentioned the power throughout their lineup, not just from the 3 and 4 spots with Jade Meyer and Grace Dameron, but around the order as well. You mentioned Grimsley, a home run, and Womack has had a home run. I mean, they've gotten contributions. We've had a multi-home run game from Tanner Turner on the air this season. Yes. So any of these Bowling Green LadyCats has the potential to clear the fence.
Yes, they do. I think they have the potential to put the ball in play early and often. So that is a good thing, especially getting late into the state tournament. You know, you want to make sure you're putting as many runs on the board as you can because, you know, there's never enough.
Definitely. And I think that the coaching staff for Sullivan has kind of noticed that power potential. They've got 2 pitchers that they use almost equally. They go with Hannah Johanning today. She's given up just 2 home runs this season, while Jaden Blankenship, who we may see in relief, has given up 5 so far in the regular year. So trying to limit that home run potential for Bowling Green today.
Yeah, I think that both teams are probably going to have to look to their bullpens to kind of keep each offense on both sides kind of in the mix of I don't know what they're going to throw me, so they can keep that ball in the park more often.
And we had Tanner start the quarterfinal, but the freshman, Megan Graver, came in and did a fabulous job in relief.
Yeah, and that's what you have to look to your teammates to step up, and especially those kids that are younger, they're going to take over that program eventually, but getting them that experience and then having that confidence to come in there and go in there for those 2 innings and still get that win for Bowling Green, that is very big. It's a big statement that they have depth in their lineup there.
And with any young pitcher, Coach Craig Smith is trying to get Megan to be more of a pitcher and not just a thrower, not just that power arm. Yeah. And I thought she showed glimpses of that. It was a good change of pace from Tanner Turner.
Yeah, and Tanner throws hard, and she does move that ball, but like you just said, we have to not just throw. We have to, look at our batters and say, what can I throw to get you out? What can I do to use my defense, and how do I get better from here?
We have our keys to the game coming up. Bowling Green at Sullivan for a chance to get it to the state championship is coming up here on KJFM.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwallader, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwallader Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. So easy, anyone can use them. Once you try it, you'll just have to buy it. Stop by Bowling Green Tractor to see how easy yard work can be. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy. located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Keys to the Game on KJFM, sponsored by Vicky Cadwallader Real Estate in Louisiana.
All right, Maddie, I'll put you on the spot. You've been a pitcher in some big games in the past. What are your keys for a state semifinal game?
Yeah, keep the ball down. That is the biggest thing. The field, the fences are a little shorter today than what you would see at a regular stadium because it is those temporary fences. But, you know, the more often that you keep that ball down and don't elevate, especially with some of those bigger hitters in the lineup, it's going to be more likely for people to hit it on a line or on the ground, which is what you want because they're both home run hitting teams.
Yeah, definitely. And I think a key for Sullivan is the home field advantage. Bowling Green isn't used to playing at least high school ball on a turf field. You know, there's a lot of travel teams that use turf fields, and a lot of these girls play travel ball. But in the high school season, this is a rarity for teams in our area.
Yes, that turf field can either be an advantage or a disadvantage to you. And, you know, coming in for Sullivan, they've played on this all year. Bowling Green's got to kind of take a step back, learn how that ball's going to hit off the grass, where that turf and that grass do meet for the outfield. And they also have to know that grass is really short in the outfield. If it gets past them, it's going to the fence.
And you have to know how to slide on a surface like this.
Oh, you do. You could be sliding into second base, end up in left field.
Definitely. Those are our keys to the game. Starting lineups are coming up next here on Eagle 102.
This is Kyle Schurter, Assistant Vice President at Community State Bank of Missouri. We offer a variety of loans to meet your needs. Whether you're looking for a conventional loan or a HELOC or an FHA, VA, or USDA loan, give us a call. We have some of the best rates around. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs and stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green. We've got something for everybody's budget. Everything from $1,000 all the way up to $35,000. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. If you're looking for a particular vehicle and you don't see it on the lot or the website, let me know, and I'll do my best to find it for you. Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
And we'll start with the lineup for the Bowling Green LadyCats. They're coached by Craig Smith, assisted by J.C. Hickerson. They'll lead it off with the left fielder, number 2, Kennedy Grimsley. Third baseman bats second, number 1, Meredith Betts. The first baseman in the 3 spot, number 24, Jade Meyer. Then the catcher, number 5, Grace Dameron, bats cleanup. Pitcher in the 5 spot, number 6, Tanner Turner. 6th spot belongs to the second baseman, number 13, Haley Chandler. Batting 7th is the center fielder, number 10, Grace Dieters. Then the designated player, let's just face it, she'll be at shortstop, number 22, Kaylin Womack. And batting 9th is the right fielder, number 14, McKenna Orff. Flexing officially at shortstop is number 19, Megan Graver. But we all know how Craig's been playing that lineup throughout the postseason. So again, it's Grimsley, Betts, Meyer, Dameron, Turner, Chandler, Dieters, Womack, and Orff with Graver as the flex. For the Sullivan Lady Eagles, they're coached by Ashley Crump, assisted by Heidi Blankenship. They'll start it off with the shortstop, number 15, Kayla Ulrich. Center fielder bats second, number 10, Riley Branson. Pitcher in the 3 spot, number 11, Hannah Johanning. Then the catcher, number 22, Sophie Wyrick. The third baseman in the 5 spot, number 33, Alyssa Sharp. Then the designated player bats 6, number 27, Jaden Blankenship. First baseman in the 7 spot, number 6, Alexis Funkhauser. Then the left fielder, number 24, Alexis Johnson. Right fielder bats 9th, number 8, Grace Helmick. And flexing at second base will be number 7, Haley Venable. So again, it's Ulrich, Branson, Johanning, Wyrick, Sharp, Blankenship, Funkhauser, Johnson, and Helmick. The starting lineups for these two ball clubs going into this state semifinal softball game here from Sullivan Bank Park in Sullivan, Missouri. It's actually on the campus of Sullivan High School, but they had corporate sponsorship. And I guess the next upgrade is a new scoreboard out there. They just have to raise a little money before they get that done. All right, it's time for the national anthem. We've got first pitch coming up. It's the state semifinal in Class 3, Bowling Green and Sullivan. It's coming up next on Eagle 102.
Is it time to renew, redo, or rebuild? People's Bank and Trust can help you make those home improvements without springing a leak in your budget. I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. Stop by your local People's Bank in Bowling Green and let's talk about how People's Bank can help you. People's Bank and Trust online at www.pbtc.net or give me a call at 573-324-2525. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender, MLO number 421603, NMLS number 407724.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Hi, this is Rebecca Thornton, Director of Radiology with Pike County Memorial Hospital. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Except for skin cancer, breast cancer is the most common cancer in American women. Breast cancer screening means checking a woman's breast for cancer before she has any symptoms. A mammogram is an X-ray picture of the breast. Mammograms are the best way to find breast cancer early when it is easier to treat and before it is big enough to feel or cause symptoms. Women starting at age 40 should have a screening mammogram every year. Call Pike County Memorial Hospital's Radiology Department to schedule your screening mammogram today. Pike County Memorial Hospital, quality care from quality people you know and trust.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, Family Drug, and Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice.
It's game time here in Sullivan. The Bowling Green LadyCats coming up first. Sullivan's defense stacks up like this. Across the outfield, it's Alexis Johnson in left, Riley Branson in center, Grace Helmick is in right. Alyssa Sharp's the third baseman. Kayla Ulrich is the shortstop. Haley Venable at second base. And Alexis Funkhauser over at first. Sophie Wyrich behind the plate. And Hannah Johanning will take her warm-up tosses as soon as the Lady Eagles take the field. Bowling Green lost the coin toss, so they'll be the road team and bat first. Sullivan will have the last at bat. Our umpires, the home plate umpire is Joseph Celeste II. First base is Scott Sammons. And third base umpire is Kevin Lanter. So a three-person crew, as is for all championship events in the Missouri State High School Activities Association. You ready for this one?
I am ready for this one. This is a big game. I'm excited for the Cats.
The LadyCats again will send out Grimsley, Betts, and Meyer here in the first inning.
And Grimsley's been seeing that ball really, really well, like we were talking in the pregame here. And so what she's going to want to do is see as many pitches as she can, give her teammates that opportunity to see what this pitcher is working with, and then an opportunity to see those other pitches that Johanning is throwing on the mound.
Eagle 102 Sports postseason softball coverage this week brought to you in part by Danny Orff Contracting, Center Locker Service, Penrod Real Estate, Midwest Pest Professionals, Knight Equipment Company, and Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction. You can follow all the action right here at 102.1, KJFMradio.com, the KJFM radio app, and on your Alexa-enabled device. However, you're listening to this one, and I guarantee, even if you're listening to the Sullivan station, it's still 102.1. It's so odd. Their play-by-play guy is Blake Skillman's brother-in-law, too. That's just a small world.
Yeah.
All right, we're ready for softball, and Kennedy Grimsley will dig in. She's the left fielder, wears number 2. And I love that Bowling Green went with the the #1 uniforms today, the black tops with red shoulders.
It looks really good, and it looks like a team that's ready to punch their ticket to the state championship.
Ball low on the first pitch to Grimsley, and we're underway. It was a 5-0 victory over Logan Rogersville for Sullivan, and that one misses low, 2-0.
Hitters count here.
So Kennedy digs back in. Player in at first and third, and that one bounces in, 3-0. So Johanning, maybe a little tight to start this one?
Maybe a little tight. Maybe your hand kind of froze up a little bit. It is a little cool out here, so getting that wrist moving again might be a little hard.
When I left the car, it was 43 degrees. I haven't checked since, and a 4-pitch walk to start this ball game.
LadyCats have their first base runner, which is awesome because we're getting a free base here.
So Betts will dig in. She had a base hit up the middle off the shortstop's glove and eventually came around to score the game-winning run in the bottom of the 7th inning, scoring all the way from first base on that pop-up by Myers. She'll bunt. Sacrifice is good. 1-3 or 1-4 on the put-out at first base. And the runner moves into scoring position.
It's a great bunt from Betts. You know, it's all you can ask as Craig Smith is to get her, to have that base runner moved, and Betts did her job and brings in the 3-hole of Jade Meyer.
The only argument I would have made otherwise was maybe take a pitch, see if she can throw a strike after throwing 4 straight out of the zone, and that one's low on the first pitch to Meyer. So 1 out, runner at second base. Johanning. This one up the middle, a base hit. She's going to round third. Here comes Grimsley to the plate. Throws good. Slide is high, and she is out at the plate. Ooh, I thought that slide was just a little bit too high, and maybe she got her her foot in, and injured on the play is Kennedy Grimsley. The tag was up in the face of Kennedy.
From Wyrick. Wyrick came up with that high tag, high throw, came back down, hit Kennedy in the face with her glove. Looks like Kennedy's helmet popped off, and maybe the glove got her on the cheek.
That's why I thought the foot made it through, because
looked like it, because that tag was high.
So out at the plate, that goes 8-2 on the putout for the second out, and Jade Meyer stayed at first, so she stands there with 2 outs now for the power-hitting Grace Dameron. First pitch to Grace is in the dirt, pops away, and taking second base is Jade Meyer.
That ball bounced off the turf a little weird, so let her get to second base, which is awesome because, you know, if it gets behind her, that could get her to third base eventually, rolling on that turf.
That one is called a strike as Mr. Celeste II takes a while to raise his right hand. The 1-1 pitch outside, 2-1. So Dameron in a hitter's count now. In a tie ball game here in the top of the first inning. Bowling Green trying to jump ahead early and break that shutout streak. This one fouled out of play, and the count goes to 2-2.
She put a great swing on that ball, inside out of that. In on her hands, turn quick, but not quick enough. Still a foul ball.
So Dameron, a .465 average during the year, and that one's hit her. So now runners at first and second, and they'll bring out a courtesy runner as soon as Grace Dameron touches first base, and that'll most likely be Riley Sparks. So Sparks comes out, and like we were speculating, she's wearing sleeves. She's the only Lady Cat that we've seen wearing sleeves.
And Tanner Turner steps in the box, and she has sleeves on now.
Did she have those in the warm-up?
I don't think so. A lot of those girls didn't have them on, and I was like, it's a little cold out here.
So first and second, 2 outs. The pitcher, Turner, will dig in. Runners at first and second with 2 down. Bowling Green scored 7 of their 8 runs in the quarterfinal with 2 outs, and that ball is low in the dirt. or on the turf for ball one. Brown AstroTurf for an infield. It's beautiful. Ooh, pulled the stringer on her on that one. Good changeup to even the count at 1-1 on the swing and miss. Sparks the runner at first, running for Dameron. Meyer the runner at second. Turner hits this one in the air out of play on the first base side over the Sullivan dugout. Ball and 2 strikes.
LadyCats have Johanning timed up pretty well here today, just right off the bat.
1 ball, 2 strike count. Covering the line at third, so there is room on that side. That one goes back to the screen. The runners will advance to second and third on the pass ball. So a couple of pass balls.
And Turner has an opportunity to help herself out here. Runners on second and third. She can line drive to the outfield and bring them both in.
This one swung on and missed. She's tagged out, and the inning comes to an end. So Bowling Green leaves a pair aboard, loses another at the plate, and after a half inning, the shutout streak for Sullivan continues. They'll come up to bat against the LadyCats. No score on Eagle 102.
The score of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Pike County Mutual Insurance, Brown's Processing, and Bank of Louisiana.
Set the defense for Bowling Green across the outfield. It's Kennedy Grimsley in left, Grace Dieters in center, and McKenna Orff in right. Meredith Bentz is the third baseman, Kaylin Womack the shortstop, Haley Chandler at second, and Jade Meyer over at first. Grace Damer behind the plate, and Tanner Turner taking her warm-up tosses. That's always a tongue twister. It'll be Ulrich, Branson, and Johanning to start things off. Wyrick, if anyone gets on, for the Lady Eagles of Sullivan here in the bottom of the first inning. Bowling Green had some chances, just couldn't push a run across, although I think that play at the plate probably could have gone Bowling Green's way.
It definitely could have. Grimsley had a great slide into home. Unfortunately, just looked like that tag got there. That ball beat her maybe just by a second, and, that could have been a run for the LadyCats and set a different tone for that first inning.
Throw goes down, and we're ready for action here in the bottom of the first. Ashley Crump, the head coach, in the third base box, and a very active Heidi Blankenship in the first base box. Got to talk to Heidi for a while when I first got here. She is high energy. That's kind of the assistant coach's job, though, isn't it, to be the energy coach?
Yes, it is.
So Turner, ready in the center of the circle, and she delivers the first pitch, and it's inside for ball one. Oh, called a strike on the inside corner.
Great low spot from Turner. I didn't think he would give it to her. Been calling it a ball.
The 0-1 is low to even things up. 1 ball, 1 strike. To Ulrich. The next. Took something off. It floats up high. 2 balls and a strike to the leadoff hitter, Kayla Ulrich. 2-1, and this one's chopped to the third baseman. Good backhanded play by Betts. Throw across in plenty of time. That's quality there at third base for Meredith Betts.
That's a big play from Betts. That was right down the line, and, hitting that ball off of that turf, it has a tendency to one-hop very hard, and she picked that up, and she fired it over to first base for that first out of the game.
And that'll bring in Branson batting from the left-hand side. All the way in the left-hand batter's box, and she's slapping, and it'll make it to the shortstop, and she trips over the bag but is safe at first for a base hit. Kind of a swing bunt, maybe. It didn't look quite like your normal slap.
Yeah, I would say that was a drag bunt more than anything. Typically those go down that third baseline, but she found that hole right in between shortstop, third base, and the pitcher, and successfully made its first.
So 1 on, 1 out, pulling back a bunt, throw down, and It was cut off by Turner. The throw was low. So a stolen base for Branson. And Johanning, I believe that pitch was called a ball. The 1-0 popped up.
High fly ball.
In foul territory, second baseman wants it, and did she make the catch? She did. Runner tags and goes to third. That's the second out, so a foul out.
It's a great play from Chandler. She ran all the way over to that first baseline fence, and she found that ball and called her teammates off and immediately picked up that ball and fired it over to third base. Little offline, so we got a runner at third now with 2 outs.
Yeah, it was a good job by the third baseman, Betts, getting over there to keep that from going into the outfield.
Cut that ball off, yeah.
Swing and a miss. Big cut from the cleanup hitter, Wyrick. Yeah, they're all on the grass now for this cleanup hitter. And this one's up the middle, and that's a base hit. And a 1-0 lead as the runner comes in from home. And just what you were talking about, that hit right at the edge of the turf and took a weird hop. And I think that's why Dieter stayed back on it so she wouldn't get burned for extra bases.
Yeah, she really bodied that ball up, kind of took it to the chest. It looked a little bit like, trying to make sure that ball didn't get past her, but it did hit off that lip, and that's a hard ball.
So an RBI single for Wyrick, and that brings in Sharp. Alyssa, the third baseman, takes a ball to start her at bat. So an early lead for Sullivan. And the 1-0 pitch took something off and fouled it back to the screen. Good cut at that one from the number 5 hitter and Lady Eagle third baseman. Runner at first with 2 outs. The next from Turner. Pulled the string on her with the changeup, and it's 1-2.
Turner wants to move this ball off the plate here. Nothing too much. She throws that one in the dirt.
Good block there by Grace Dameron. You're going to get some big hops behind the plate today.
Yes, yes.
2-2 pitch on its way. Up too high, wasn't chase, and the count goes full to Sharp. Blankenship on deck if the inning continues. 2 down, runner at first. A run in for Sullivan. That one just got a piece of and fouls it back to the screen.
We're 3-2 here, and you don't want to be too fine, but you're also in that 5 hole, so you don't want to make that mistake of leaving that ball too much on the plate. Could be problematic for Turner.
This one is hit deep, but right at the left fielder, and making the catch is Kennedy Grimsley to retire the side. Sullivan gets the first run of this ball game. We head to the second. It's the Lady Eagles leading the Bowling Green LadyCats in this state semifinal 1-0 on Eagle 102.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Pike County Mutual offers home auto discounts simply by placing your auto insurance through one of several auto companies that Pike County Farmers Mutual represent, and your home with Pike County Mutual. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, Buddy Bibb, or Kathy Gam at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Come home and share with Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green. You'll be glad you did.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing MercBK Mobile, mobile banking with remote deposit capture. Any customer with online banking can now access your Mercantile bank accounts from any device, including your smartphone and tablet, everywhere you go. With the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile bank account, you'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, where they've been serving the Louisiana area for more than 100 years, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Insurance.
1-0 Sullivan as we head to the top of the second inning. For Bowling Green, it's going to be Chandler, Dieters, and Womack. Not a lot of holes in this Bowling Green lineup, and they can strike at any point 1 through 9.
Yes, they can. Any one of those girls can get it started, and it just takes a base hit, nothing too big, and getting those base runners on will definitely help Bowling Green and work down Johanning for Sullivan here.
So a run in the bottom of the first on a couple of hits for Sullivan. Bowling Green lost a runner at the plate and left runners at second and third in the top half of the first inning. First pitch bounces in for ball one to Haley Chandler. So through one inning, what have you seen from the two pitchers?
The two pitchers, we're sitting on the plate quite a bit, especially with these big offenses. And, I would say to move more towards the river because those balls that are getting hit, they're typically going right back up the middle very hard. So that tells me that they're riding the fat part of the plate.
Swing and a miss on back-to-back pitches, and it's a 1-2 count to Haley Chandler. The sixth place hitter in this Bowling Green order. She wears number 13, lucky number 13. The 1-2 pitch, and that one drops low to even the count at 2-2. Nearly scraped the AstroTurf. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Player even with the bag at first and third. That one low and away, 3-2.
This is a good count and at bat for Haley Chandler here, and seeing a lot of pitches. She's seen a changeup, she's seen a drop ball. That's really good for her teammates here for whenever they take a step in the batter's box.
That one lifted out of play on the first base side, and the count stays at 3-2. Johanning has walked one so far in this ballgame. That was the first hitter of the ballgame, Grimsley. Allowed one hit a batter. So she's done a little bit of everything. Does have a strikeout. Another 3-2, and that almost hit her. That's a walk.
And Johanning is giving up those free bases to the LadyCats today, and we have to take advantage of that, whether it be continuing to draw those walks or we have to hit that ball where, no man's land and move those base runners around.
I think they need to be a little more patient.
See as many pitches as you can.
Dieters, the batter, and she's showing bunt and bunts it right back to the pitcher. Play is to first. And again, walk, sacrifice, just like the top of the first inning.
And Johanning's having a little bit of trouble finding the strike zone today, like we're talking about. And, we're almost kind of giving them that out.
Yeah.
They're giving them a free out.
And maybe that strategy will change. Sometimes coaches have the first couple innings almost scripted. If this happens, this is going to happen. That's outside on the first pitch to Kaylin Womack. 1-0 the count. Runner at second, one down. That runner is Chandler. Actually surprised Johanning didn't look at second at least. This one is hit toward the gap and right at Johnson. Johnson moved over quickly. Sounded a little better off the bat than it ended up being. Ball's kind of dying out there today.
Yeah, it's almost like it hits a brick wall of wind and just kind of stays in the park. Looked really great off the bat. Big stick from Womack, and she's definitely had a heck of a year.
And a swing and a miss on the first pitch to McKenna Orff. 0-1 the count. 2 down. A sacrifice, now a fly out. Runner still in scoring position. And there's a strike called. Quickly 0-2 to the number 9 hitter. Coach Craig Smith shouts some instructions, and that one bounces in. Good block that time by Wyrick behind the plate. 1-2. Take a lead with the pitch, and this one swung on and missed. And a strikeout to end the inning for the second straight inning. Bowling Green leaves their third runner in scoring position in this ball game, and we head to the bottom of the second. It's 1-0 Sullivan on Eagle 102.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. At Ingram Plumbing, we're ready to meet all your plumbing needs. I should know. I'm Bonnie Ingram, and I've worked there for over 50 years. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, the Mercantile Bank, and Bowling Green Tractor.
For the Lady Eagles here in the bottom of the second inning, it'll be Blankenship, Funkhauser, and Johnson. Funkhauser. That reminds me of Curb Your Enthusiasm. Do you watch that show?
I've watched a few episodes of it, yes, so I do know what you're talking about.
I would have no idea how to say that name had it not been for that show. 1-0 Sullivan here as we go to the bottom of the second inning. Turner has a lot of run on 2 hits so far. Hasn't recorded a strikeout yet. And the first pitch to Blankenship on its way. That one's fouled back to the screen. And an 0-1 count.
Sullivan is aggressive. They're really hopping on those pitches. If they're in the strike zone and they like it, they're swinging.
0-1. And the next on its way. And this one swung on and missed. Good rising changeup.
Great pitch from Turner. Changing the eye level, moving it off the plate. That was effective.
What do you come back with here, 0-2?
I'd say a low changeup here, low outside changeup.
That's where they're setting up. There it is, and she just didn't get the call. Ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch on its way, and this one is hit in the air. Foul territory, they all give it a look, but no one can catch up with that one. Past the Sullivan dugout. Still a ball and 2 strike count.
That ball hit the turf and went straight back up. Really bounced hard there.
1-0 Sullivan. Here in the bottom of the second inning. Blankenship, the designated player. Another 1-2. She swings and misses at that one. First strikeout of the afternoon for Tanner Turner.
Coming a little bit later than normal. She usually picks that first one up that first inning.
Well, they're not taking many pitches, so.
No. Like I said, they're aggressive, which they've got a great defense for Bowling Green.
Swing and a miss to Funkhauser. And this starts out 0-1. So the 6, 7, 8 hitters, if anyone gets on, the 9-hitter will bat. And the next to Alexis Funkhauser is swung on and missed. Blankenship, an imposing figure. Funkhauser is a very tall first baseman. Good for the stretch.
Yes.
That one misses up high, a ball and 2 strikes. See what we come back with here, 1-2. Swing and a miss. What was that?
Looked like a screwball to me.
For the second out, back-to-back strikeouts for Turner, and that'll bring in Alexis Johnson. The second of back-to-back Alexis is
really taking command of this latter half of Sullivan's offense here in our lineup, and that's what we want to establish throughout the game, get into that rhythm.
Would 2 Alexises be Alexi, or swing and a miss, evens the count at 1-1 after a ball on the first pitch?
I wonder what a group of Alexis would be.
It would be a gaggle. That one low, and the count goes to 2-1. Turner goes for a little stroll, now back to the center of the circle, rears back and fires a 2-1 pitch, and that one outside, 3-1. You know what I heard in the game against Perryville that I haven't heard in a long time is this 3-1 pitch misses for ball 4. A chatty dugout.
Yeah.
You don't hear that anymore. They had a couple of chants and cheers and
yes,
yeah,
and that's something that I've noticed this year covering softball. It's a lot quieter.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever I was playing ball, even in college, it was always just chatter, 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 and you couldn't get your teammates to shut up half the time.
that may be a thing of the past. The 1-0 pitch showing bunt, pulls back, and looked like a pretty good pitch to me, 2-0. Left-handed hitting, number 9 hitter, Grace Halmick. That one misses. Oh, called a strike. Gave her that outside corner again.
Maybe that was a forgive me strike, because the one before that looked more like a strike to me than that one did there.
Swing and a miss. Tried to slap. Wasn't what she thought it was going to be. I think she closed her eyes and took a rip at that one.
Her head went right back to her dugout there.
Takes that one, and the count goes full. Went back-to-back with the same pitch there. 3 balls, 2 strikes, runner at first with 2 outs. A couple of strikeouts in the inning, and this one is slapped out of play over the Bowling Green fan section on the third base side. Parents and fans in the grandstand, student section in the baseball outfield on a grandstand. Another 3-2, and this one is checked to the shortstop. Going to have to hurry and safe at first. It was just a little bit of a double pump there for Womack, and boy, they can get down the line quick.
Yes, and if you get this ball down on the turf, typically as long as you're not hitting it straight into the ground, it's going to be very hard for the defenses of either team to come across the field and get you out at first base if that ball's rolling slow on turf.
That one misses on the first pitch to Ulrich as they've turned over the order for the first time here in the bottom of the second inning. First 2 outs came quickly, then a walk and an infield hit. Now a hit batter have loaded them up. So a hit by pitch loads them up. Down to third goes Johnson. Halmick at second, and Ulrich now at first.
And sometimes that third out is one of the hardest to get. This has all come with 2 outs.
It's usually Bowling Green doing that to the opposition.
Yes.
Especially in that quarterfinal
Yeah.
earlier this week on Thursday. So it'll be Branson. She was singled and scored the game's only run last inning, and there's a strike called, and it's pretty consistently getting that call as Turner. Inside the right-hand hitters, outside the left-hand hitters, and that one's taken just a little bit low for ball 1. That was a very pretty pitch, especially to Branson, who doesn't stand very tall. She's got a low strike zone. That one slap back to the screen, 1-2. Go up the ladder here.
Yeah, I would move it up and out. It looks like she's trying to drag bunt again rather than slap, and that just pops it out right to the third baseman if we get it up and out.
Did take a full hack at that one and fouls it out of play on the third base side.
That was interesting. 2 outs, and she was attempting to drag bunt. It could have went really well, and it could have went really poorly.
Yeah. There's a swing and a miss. That went well for Bowling Green as she strikes out the side, allows a hit, a walk, and a hit by pitch, but none of them come across. And after 2 full innings here in the state semifinal, it's Sullivan 1, Bowling Green coming up. No score on KJFM.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Farmers, the crew at Mike's Tire and Service Center is here to serve you. They know the hours you put in, definitely not your typical 8 to 5, which makes it difficult to get that equipment in for service. Therefore, they offer on-the-farm tire repair. Call Mike's Tire and Service Center and they'll be happy to work with you to get you back to operation as usual. Hi folks, my name is Cody Kirkendall, Mike's Tire and Service Center, located on Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green. Mike's Tire and Service Center proudly supports all area farmers.
High School Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Vicki Cadwallader Real Estate and Perkins Electrical Service.
After two full, 1-0 Sullivan. Bowling Green coming up with the top of the order, 1, 2, and 3. The winner of this game will play on Friday at 5 o'clock at Killian Stadium in Springfield, Missouri against either Blair Oaks or Savannah. Blair Oaks 24-6, Savannah 17-1 on the season. Both these teams with 19 wins. Bowling Green has a better winning percentage as that's fouled back to the screen for strike one to Kennedy Grimsley. Bowling Green at 19-7, Sullivan 19-9. Grimsley digs back in. Not that you can dig on a turf field, and a swing and a miss.
The LadyCats are looking to get their offense going here, find some base runners on, and put some runs across the plate here. It's down 1-0 here.
And just the one hit by Meyer. That one misses low, and it's a ball and 2-strike count. And Grimsley, I think, feels fortunate to still be up after that pitch. But that's been a pretty consistent call down in the zone. He's not given the strike.
Yeah. Exactly where I told those pitchers to live.
Swing and a miss. She pulled her string on her that time with the changeup, and it's the third strikeout of the ball game recorded by Johanna. Hannah has a pretty good pitch arsenal.
Yes, she does. She's really moving that ball inside, outside, up, down, slow, fast. That's what you want. Keep those hitters guessing.
Pretty good pitch to Meredith Betts to start this at bat. And we'll see what she does now in a non-sacrifice situation. That one low, 2-0.
Betts being a little bit more selective than some of these Bowling Green hitters have been today, which we'll see if it awards her a pass to first base.
The 2-0, outside 3-0. Eagle 102 postseason softball this week, brought to you in part by Lacrosse Lumber and Bowling Green, Lynn's Heritage House, Sparks Maintenance Contracting, Dempsey Construction, Powwow Cattle Farms and Fencing, and Calvert's General Insurance. That one called a strike on the inside corner, and a 3-1 count to Meredith.
That screwball from Johanning, that just cuts that first part of the plate and then ends up, really tight to the batter's hands, but she's getting it for a strike today.
Missed low, and it's a one-out walk to Betts. She's walked at least one in every inning, and that'll bring in Jade Meyer, who singled her first time up. Almost had an RBI, but Grimsley was thrown out at the plate.
See if she can do it again. She hit that ball hard last time, right back up at Johanning.
And that one right off the mask of the catcher for strike one. Yeah, Jade just missed on that one. Home plate umpire, Mr. Celeste, talks to the catcher. She says, "I'm fine," and squats back down behind home plate. Jade. Home run in every postseason game so far. That one called a strike, and the count goes to 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, and a runner at first base for Bowling Green. That one bounces in. Good block. They're going to try and get that runner to second. She is safe. That was a really good slide.
Very good slide. Kind of a gutsy move there by Betts. That ball was kept in front of Wyrick there, and she came up firing, and she almost looked like she had Betts, but she slid right under it. So great slide, but definitely a gutsy move, but puts her in scoring position for Jade Meyer.
Yeah, kept that slide to the outside of the bag and slid around the tag, and there's a swing and a miss for the second out. So Meyer down on strikes.
Changeup is deadly today for Johanning. I mean, Bowling Green is expecting that fastball, which is pretty speedy itself, and she just disguises it so well, and it's definitely tricking those LadyCat batters here.
Here's Dameron. First pitch to her, and that one is taken down the middle for strike one. I think that's a perfect pitch to start Grace Dameron off with, too.
Yes, yes.
No balls, 1 strike. This one she was reaching for, drops it in front of the second baseman. The second baseman's going to take it to the bag herself. And about got knocked into next week by Grace Dameron. but she records the out and retires the side. So Bowling Green leaves another runner in scoring position. We head to the bottom of the third. LadyCats still trail Sullivan 1-0 in the state semifinal on Eagle 102.
Daily life is a bit different right now than what we're used to. Some are feeling the effects more than others, but let's remember that this too shall pass and try to find ways to keep positive, help others in need, continue to support our businesses as best we can, but also take this time of distancing and shutdowns to self-reflect and improve. Spend quality time with family, exercise, pray, tackle a home improvement project, even if it's just a power cleaning inside and out, but do something that helps you feel empowered and moving forward. Vicki Cadwalder, Real Estate, praying for good to come out of trials.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, Young Enterprises Incorporated, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
To the bottom of the third we go. First 3 innings of that state quarterfinal against Perryville were a pitcher's duel, too.
They are a pitcher's duel. The only runs really are coming from when we put people on base. The only run that has come from Turner is when we put people on base and then they hit the ball afterwards. So giving them that free base is definitely tough today. I can't say you can't walk people because, you're going to walk people, but we don't want to put them on in a tight game like this. So hopefully she comes back, settles down here with this middle part of the lineup.
She's allowed 3 hits in the ball game, walked a batter and hit a batter last inning, but was able to get through it. This one is tomahawked into left field. It's a leadoff hit. First pitch swinging was Johanning, and she improves on that near 500 average on the season. Yeah, she found exactly what she was looking for on that first pitch. So that'll bring in Wyrick. Good job by Bowling Green to hold her to a single.
Cut that ball off.
Throw down to second. She almost had her caught stealing. The throw was just a little offline. So a stolen base. Was the pitch a ball or a strike to Wyrick?
I believe it was a ball.
Yeah, I thought she swung and missed. I'm going to say 0-1. This one back at the pitcher, knocks her glove off, picked up by Turner, and the throw to first is in time. Wow, what a reaction by Tanner Turner. The runner advances to third. That is amazing. They're going to look at the hand, but she says, I am fine.
Yeah, just knocked her glove off. Line drive right back at her. Luckily, she got that glove up, but knocked her glove off, and she found that ball immediately, fired it over to first base, which great job for fielding her position. Definitely gave everybody a little bit of a scare there.
And Coach Craig Smith, just a free opportunity to go out and talk to his pitcher without being charged with an official visit. So he does give her a little bit of instruction. And that brings in Alyssa Sharp, and the first pitch to her is hit a mile high to the second baseman, and it's caught there. The runner thought about tagging because it was a deep pop to second.
Looks like there may have been a little miscommunication as Dieters came in and Chandler was going back. Maybe the I got it didn't get out there loud enough, but the two almost collided, and that could have ended with a dropped ball, which, we would have scored for Sullivan here with that dropped ball.
Big out nonetheless.
Yes, kept that runner at third base.
And now Blankenship, who was a strikeout victim her first time up, digs in. She's got power, though. Took a ball high on the first pitch. This one back up the middle, and that is caught! A sliding catch by Grace Dieters in right center field. That is a run-saving, inning-ending catch by the sophomore. Oh, that's beautiful. We go to the fourth inning. Still 1-0 Sullivan in the state semifinal on Eagle 102.
This is Kyle Schurter, Assistant Vice President at Community State Bank of Missouri. We offer a variety of loans to meet your needs. Whether you're looking for a conventional loan or a HELOC or an FHA, VA, or USDA loan, give us a call. We have some of the best rates around. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
High School Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Mike's Tire and Service Center, and All Parts.
What a stop by Grace Dieters. Sliding catch out there in right center field to end that inning and hold that runner at third base. That's another stranded runner, their 5th of the game so far. Bowling Green has stranded 4 over 3 innings, but they've all been in scoring position.
And,
so.
Dieters just came out of nowhere, like we were just talking off air, and she came out of nowhere, covered some ground, and really saved that run for Turner there, helped her pitcher out.
This state semifinal brought to you by McDinger's, PJ Salon, Pike County Title Company, Sun Window Company, Cozy CRV Campground, Frank Wallace Shelter Insurance, and Prairie's Edge Garden Center here on KJFM. Follow the action right here at 102.1 on KJFMradio.com, on the KJFM radio app, or on your Alexa-enabled device. First pitch to Turner. Was that a ball?
It was a ball. It was in the dirt.
And the 1-0.
Well, in the
reaching to the third baseman. Low throw, good dig over there by Funkhauser for the first out. 5-3 on the putout. And Turner retired for the second time.
Now batting for Bowling Green, second baseman number 13, Haley Chandler.
Brings in Chandler.
She drew a walk last time, had a great at-bat.
Yeah, worked it with a foul ball to keep the count going and eventually got that walk on an inside pitch. And takes the ball to start her second plate appearance. The 1-0, reaching for it, 1-1, and it's fouled out of play. Starting to brighten up the skies a little bit. Still a lot of cloud cover, but it's really not a bad day for softball. Of course, we're in a press box, so
yes.
This one lifted out of play as well on that first base side for strike 2. I brought the heater. Jim Ross isn't here to block it, so we're doing pretty good.
We're feeling good in this press box. Being on the field might be a little bit different.
Yeah.
But up
1-2.
here, feeling good.
And that's called strike 3 on that inside corner.
Joe Hanning paints that screwball again, paints that inside corner, and kind of just broke the knees of Chandler there. She really didn't know what to do.
Except for jog back to the dugout for the second out here in the top of the 4th. Brings in Dieters, and she takes one in the dirt for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Dieters, again, that great play to end the bottom half of the 3rd. The next bounces inside. 2-0. That seemed to have a little more juice on it, too.
Yeah.
May have overloaded a little bit, and that's why it bounced in the dirt. In the dirt again, 3-0. Well, she doesn't want anything to do with Grace. May have woke her up with that catch.
Yeah.
3 balls, no strikes. And the next. And she checks her swing and takes a walk. Yeah, that's 4. Dieters didn't know the count, and now.
I think she was just wanting to hit. Give me another pitch. But we'll take that walk, runner at first base.
This walk could easily turn into a triple, though.
Yeah, yeah.
Speed of Gracie at first. Brings in Kaylin Womack, the designated player, playing shortstop, though. This one's up high, and that almost was like a pitch out.
Jo Hanning's, she'll have those really good spurts that we've seen so far of she's throwing a lot of strikes, but then she goes into that rut of putting people on base and throwing a lot of pitches, which can be problematic, especially that's something you got to look at as an offense. And, you have to work that pitcher, make her throw you strikes, and that's one of the keys to scoring, I think, here.
That one bounced in, and a snap throw to first was too late to get Dieters. 2-0 count. That one misses. Oh, no, called a strike. Gave her that low strike that time.
A little delayed in his call on some of those.
Two balls and a strike. Runner at first, 2 outs. Swing and a miss, and it looked like Womack was fooled. She didn't get a full cut around on that one.
Almost looked like she was like, I shouldn't have swung at that one.
Way too late to hold up on that. Now a 2-2 as she works quickly, and a swing and a miss. Second strikeout of the inning. And that retires the side here in the top of the fourth. It's still a 1-0 ball game. Bowling Green on the short end. Sullivan coming up on Eagle 102.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Ingram Plumbing, Bowling Green Pharmacy, and Mid-America Auto and Towing.
Funkhauser to lead things off. A .267 hitter during the regular season. 12 hits in 45 at bats, 8 singles, 3 doubles, 1 triple, 7 RBI on the season. She was a strikeout victim her first time up. The second in back-to-back strikeouts for Tanner Turner.
Looking for a little momentum here. Maybe, that big play from Dieters that last inning, but got to continue and get that defense up, and hopefully in turn that offense turns on and gets up as well.
So Alexis Funkhauser digs in, and the first pitch to her is high for ball 1.
Off speed from Tanner. She looked like she was trying to kind of sink that ball a little bit lower, floated just a little high.
The 1-0, chopped foul past third, 1-1. Long time, but get the ball back to the pitcher, Turner. This field actually, even though it is turf and not a dirt infield, it the whole setup here kind of reminds me of the Killian Sports Complex.
Yeah, it does. It definitely looks like it.
The raised grandstand.
Yeah. Big stadium seating with the caging in front.
Mm-hmm. The next, that one, called a ball. Wow.
Turner did not like that call. I don't think any pitcher is ever 100% okay with what an umpire calls a ball and what they call a strike.
There's a swing and a miss for a strikeout. That's a good pitch to come back from that one. Just missed on the inside corner. A pitch that has been called a strike, to go back with that pitch selection to get the strikeout. It's good work by Tanner. Brings in Alexis number 2. That's Johnson, the left fielder. Missed high. And a 1-0 count. This one is hit deep into right. Moving back, and it kind of fooled the right fielder, Orff. It's going to be extra bases. She'll stop at second. I think it took her a second to find the flight of that ball.
Yeah, kind of on a line, but it also started getting some height to it. And, Orff saw it and took a step in to start and then had to kind of backtrack. That ball looked like it wasn't going to go as far as it did. And she found it at the fence, luckily picked it up, got it in, and kept Johnson there to second base.
Hamlick got an infield single her first time up, trying again. And the ball gets away from Turner.
It's a big lead from Johnson on second base as well. I don't think Dameron likes that.
No. This one bunted to the third baseman. Everybody's going to be safe. That is a fantastic bunt. And they can do that all day on this field.
Yeah, all day on this field. Like I was saying earlier, if that ball bounces, it just slows everything down. Unless they're spiking it really hard with a ground ball, that ball's just going to die. And you got to really attack, and that's hard in that situation with somebody who's fast.
That's knowing your home field.
Yes.
First and third, and that one a check swing, and it goes out of play on the first pitch to Ulrich, who's 0 for 1, was hit by a pitcher last time up. Bowling Green needs an out.
This is the bottom of the lineup was what kind of made some noise with 2 outs that last inning.
This one lifted to left, and that is off the wall, twisted around. Grimsley out there, and 2 runs are going to score. That's a 2-run double, and it's 3-0 Sullivan here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
some of this, the turf goes out so far.
Yeah.
And I think that makes it really hard for depth perception from the outfielders as well. Because, that brown dirt look it tells you that the ball is in further than it is. And it's definitely hard to read some of those balls, I think. And it's just something that if it's your home field, you know what to do.
This one bunted foul behind the plate on the first pitch to Branson. She has a single, a stolen base, and a run scored. Also a strikeout. That was her second time up. 0-1 the count to the center fielder for the Lady Eagles. Lady Eagles dressed in black. This one is cut off by the pitcher, and the throw over in time at first for the second out. Sacrifice is good as the runner goes from second to third. So Turner.
And, Sullivan is taking advantage of that bunt. Bowling Green they're fielding it well, but not in time. So they're taking advantage of what Bowling Green can't do right here. And it's definitely putting a number on the Cats.
Strike on a first pitch to Joe Hanning, who fouled out to the second baseman the first time and singled her second time up, was stranded at third base. That one misses outside, 1-1. Turner rears back and fires the 1-1 pitch, and that's up high, 2-1. So, 2 outs, runner at third. Up high again, 3-1. Been a little wild today. Has walked a couple batters, hit a couple of batters. How long do you stay with your starter if you're Craig Smith? And that is a ball. And she's going to take second. No one's covering second, and Tanner doesn't even look. A stolen base after a walk. Now it's second and third.
Joe Hanning is just a catalyst for this Sullivan team. I mean, she's doing her job on the mound, doing her job in the batter's box, and obviously doing her job base running and taking advantage of an off-guard Lady Cat defense.
That one misses on the first pitch to Wyrick. 1-0. She has singled, drove in a run, and grounded back to the pitcher. This one hit to the shortstop. Going to be a long throw, and she's out at first base. Good play on the backhand by Kaylin Womack to end the inning. But Sullivan adds 2 more and now lead the Bowling Green Lady Cats 3-0 on Eagle 102.
Need a little good news in your life? Well, here's the deal. State Farm has new, lower car insurance rates in Missouri, so you can now get the service and convenience of State Farm agent Cindy Blaylock at an even better price. That's right, State Farm can help you save more cash and get the good neighbor service you deserve. It's the real deal for car insurance. I'm State Farm agent Cindy Blaylock, and I'm ready to help you save. Call me today at 573-754-5575 or visit us in Louisiana, just a block up from the river. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only one part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact me, Kayla Caldwell, your Edward Jones financial advisor, at 2604 Georgia Street in Louisiana. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, Family Drug, and Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice.
Well, the time to break this shutout streak for Sullivan is right now as we head to the 5th inning. Bowling Green down 3-0 in the state semifinal. Again, the winner will play on Friday at 5 o'clock at Killian Stadium in Springfield for the state championship. There will be no third-place game this year, which I would hope. I would love it if the teams that lost in the semifinal just found a random place to play a third-place game.
I would need that closure, I think.
Pulls back a bunt. Does McKenna Orff as she leads off things here in the top of the 5th. Action tonight from the state tournament brought to you on Eagle 102 by Danny Orff Contracting. Center locker service. That one bounces in. 2-0. Penrod Real Estate, Midwest Pest Professionals, Knight Equipment Company, and Bowling Green Ready Mix, and Kearns Construction. Glad you're with us here on a Saturday afternoon from Sullivan Bank Park in Sullivan, Missouri. Swing and a miss. And the count goes to 2-1. So the number 9 hitter has the green light to swing 2-0. Couldn't catch up to that one. 2-1. High with the changeup. And the count goes to 3 balls and a strike. I think that one might have fooled the home plate umpire.
I think so too. I was sitting here like, oh.
Looked like it dropped into me.
Yes.
And that one misses, and it's a leadoff walk. That's the 3rd time in 5 innings that the leadoff batter has walked for Bowling Green.
And let's see what Craig Smith chooses to do here, because we've talked about this. They get the runner on with a walk, and typically we're bunting. But as we were talking in the pregame, Grimsley has been seeing the ball very well, hitting the ball very well. So interested to see what we'll do. And she doesn't show a bunt that time.
Takes a strike, a low strike at that, and that might be your even-up pitch you were talking about earlier. The I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No balls, 1 strike, showing bunt. And that one's called a strike as well. 0-2 as Grimsley pulled the bat back, but she's a great 2-strike hitter.
And the Eagles' defense, they know how to play this bunt. This is their home field, and they get right in there, and they're on top of it as soon as we show bunt.
Took the outside corner, strike 3, and that's the first out, and Grimsley knows the strike zone very well and has struck out now twice. That means strike zone might not be great.
Yeah, she wasn't very happy about that outside call. It looked a little out to me. Great pitch for a pitcher. As a hitter, no.
Yeah, that one bounced to Betts and got away from the catcher just enough for Orff to take second base. That'll bring in, or bring the count to 1-0 to Meredith Betts. Runner at second with 1 out, and that one bounces in. And the count goes to 2-0. Joe Hanning, inning number 5. Big part of the order coming up for Bowling Green. And this one back to the pitcher. Now they've got the runner stuck, and they'll go to first instead. And over to third goes Orff. Interesting decision that time made by the pitcher, Joe Hanning.
I mean, she had to spin all the way around to look at Orff, and she kind of froze Orff there for a second, and that could have ended in a double play if Orff wasn't as fast as she is. Somebody else maybe out there, it could have been a little bit of a different story.
That one pulled back in, but called a ball. Not quite enough of a framing job there by Ryrick. 1-0 the count to Jade Meyer. Runner at third, 2 outs. This one off the end of the bat and kind of squibs down to the first baseman in foul territory. Evens the count at a ball and a strike.
Jade really wanted that pitch. I mean, it was going to the outside. Looked like it had a little bit of an off-speed action to it, but she really wanted it. See if she comes back here, finds her pitch.
1 ball, 1 strike, the next. This one back to the pitcher. Over to first in time. That's the 3rd out, and that shutout streak continues for the Lady Eagles. After 4.5, it's time to stretch here in Sullivan. It's the Sullivan team leading Bowling Green in the state semifinal 3-0 on Eagle 102.
Support the Louisiana Bulldogs with the new Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. This card has all the benefits of a traditional debit card, but every time you use it to make a purchase, Bank of Louisiana will make a donation to the Louisiana School District. A convenient, secure way to pay, all while supporting your local school. Stop by Bank of Louisiana today to get your Bulldog debit card. Bank of Louisiana, member FDIC.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Pike County Mutual Insurance, Browns Processing, and Bank of Louisiana.
Joe Hanning throwing a 1-hitter through 5 innings of work as we go to the bottom half of the 5th. Sullivan with a 3-0 lead on the LadyCats.
You know, typically if we talk about that one hitter or a perfect game, it's usually broken up. So maybe us talking about it.
Yeah. She's been so good. Has only allowed, like 6 base runners the entire game?
Yeah.
So it's time for Bowling Green to break through. Time is running out now. You're down to 6 outs left in your season, but Bowling Green has a flair for the dramatic, that's for sure.
Especially after playing that game against Perryville the other night.
So Turner still out there into the 5th, and a strike called. No, ball on the first pitch. The way he raised up, I thought he was going to raise that right hand. So it's Sharp, who has 2 outs recorded in the air, and this one, another one, as Dieters on the brown turf makes the catch for the first out. So now she's flown out to left, center, and the second baseman in 3 at-bats.
The Eagles are really getting under that ball from Turner. I mean, they're just spiking it sky high most of the time. It's getting taller than the backstop here, and it's a very tall backstop, and you can see it over there. So they're really getting under that ball.
There's a strike on the first pitch to Blankenship. She struck out and flown out to center. 0 for 2. As the 4, 5, and 6 hitters only have 1 hit so far in this ball game for Sullivan. Here comes another from Turner. This one a hit high in the air. It's going to stay in play, but foul territory, and I think it
McKenna Orff went to slide into the fence area, and I don't think she came up with it, but heck of an effort by her.
She's covered some ground, and now they're going to have to. Is she coming out to check on her? Coach Craig Smith out of the dugout, and he will talk to McKenna. She says, "I'm fine." That's a popular saying today for Bowling Green players.
They want to be out there. They want to win this game.
It's going to take some late inning heroics for Bowling Green. They need a stop in this half inning. Up high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. To the number 6 hitter in this order, Blankenship. That one just missed the corner, and the count goes full. Bowling Green fans wanted that call.
It's a great pitch from Turner. I mean, that's right where you want to throw this middle of the lineup for the Eagles and, keep them to where they're at. You don't want to give them too much.
3-2. That one fouled off the screen, and the count stays full. She kind of got crossed up on that one. Came off the bat funny.
Yeah. Really in on her hands and up, and she couldn't turn quick enough. Sent it right back at us.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, base is empty, and this one fouled down the line and out of play. So a good battle here between Blankenship and Turner.
Really working Turner here, seeing a lot of pitches.
She wanders around at the back of the circle as she waits for Blankenship to dig back in. The 3-2 on its way. That one fouled out of play. Whew. Next pitch will be pitch number 9 of this at-bat.
It's a long at-bat. Quality at-bat for Blankenship.
We had a fly out to center to start the inning. Now this long at-bat by Blankenship. Another 3-2 pitch on its way. And this one chopped to the third baseman. Betts on 2 hops. Throws it over. Good dig by Jade Meyer at first. 5-3 on the putout, and the first 2 have been retired.
Betts is just making that third base hot corner today look easy. All of those plays, hard hit balls off the turf. She's just gobbling them up and sailing it over to first base and making herself look really good over there.
Usually third is one of the toughest positions on the infield because the ball does come at you so fast. But I think today the middle infielders have it tough because that ball is slowing down on this turf. I don't know if it's wet or what, or if it's, the way it's worn, but
the middle infield, turf fields, it's really hard on them. You can't pinch too much because, if you expect that ball to come up the middle, you can't pinch too much because the range getting into that corner behind third base in those holes, and it's just hard to come up firing to first base because it's just such a long field on top of that.
That one was in on the hands of Funkhauser. Fouled off, and it's a 1-ball, 2-strike count.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
A couple of balls come back in and over to the Bowling Green dugout. Ahead of the next to Funkhauser, and good movement on that, but it curved out of the zone.
Great off speed from Turner. That's what you want. That's where you want to put that ball. Unfortunately, Sullivan didn't bite there.
Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Big strikeout on the high inside pitch from Turner. And they go 1-2-3 for the first time in this ball game. So now we head to the 6th inning. Bowling Green coming up, trailing the Lady Eagles 3-0 on Eagle 102.
This is Tracy Brookshire, Marketing Coordinator and Public Information Officer for Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice here in Missouri. We are doing our best to keep our community informed as much as possible regarding how the COVID-19 pandemic is affecting our county. Visit our dedicated COVID-19 page on our website at pikecountyhealth.org for resources, latest news, updated case counts, and a contact form for questions and concerns specifically related to the virus. Visit our website to subscribe to our PCHD e-news and be the first to know about any updates and resources we have to offer in our communications. Stay safe out there, Pike County. Your health is our priority, and together we will get through this concerning time.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Insurance.
All right, Lady Cats, let's get these bats moving. It'll be the 4, 5, and 6 hitters for Bowling Green, Dameron, Turner, and Chandler. This state semifinal brought to you in part by Lacrosse Lumber and Bowling Green, Lynn's Heritage House, Sparks Maintenance Contracting, Dempsey Construction, Powwow Cattle Farms and Fencing, and Calvert's General Insurance.
Dameron, Turner, Chandler. Sounds like a run to me.
It sounds like multiple runs to me. I think Grace is going to come out, and if they give her a pitch to hit, she's going to send it somewhere.
Oh, she's going to unleash on it. She's itching to get a big hit today. You can see it. And watching her play, she has so many facial expressions when she steps in the box. It's either she'll swing and miss on a changeup, and she's got a smile from ear to ear, but she really gears back in and looks for that next pitch, and she jumps on it.
First pitch to her is in the dirt. I thought if they started her at the strike, she was going to send it somewhere far away.
And I'd be happy to see that.
Yeah. The 1-0 pitch. And this one chopped to the second baseman. Grabbed there by Venable. And she throws it over to first for the first out. 4-3 on the putout. And the leadoff batter is retired. And Bowling Green better get some base runners aboard, or we won't see another Grace Dameron hit today. So Tanner, chance to get it going, and that one drops low for ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Turner, a strikeout victim in the first inning, grounded to third. Her second at bat, 0 for 2. That one bounces in 2-0.
She has the opportunity to help herself here, get on base, possibly score some runs. She's really fast on the bases. And she's really smart on the bases, which is also very helpful for her team. Not many pitchers you see run the bases.
Yeah.
I was one of them that they definitely pulled off, and they're like, get in here, you're not running. But Turner, she's fast. So
the 3-0 pitch to Tanner, and that one drops low for ball 4. So it's a 4-pitch walk to Tanner Turner. If I remember, you kind of glided on the base pass.
Yeah, you could say that. If I made it to second base, I went out there and I did a turtle sign, and I'm like, oh, gosh.
And the first pitch bounces in to Chandler. And that's 5 straight out of the zone for Hannah Johanning. The second pitcher is Blankenship. They haven't seen her yet. This one is hit over the second baseman. Second hit of the day for the Lady Cats. Second over to third is Turner. and there's runners at the corners with just one out. Here comes the move for Bowling Green.
And we spoke it into existence here. We wanted to get rid of that one-hitting stigma that we have today. And Chandler put that ball in no man's land right between center field, second base, and right field right there. And moved Turner from first to third. Heads up base running from her. Listening to Coach Smith, getting over there to third base. And now we've got a runner in scoring position.
And now Briley Sparks is going to come in as a pinch runner for Haley Chandler. She was a courtesy runner earlier for Dameron, but they want the speed out there. The tying run is in the batter's box.
And Wyrick's got an arm, so we'll see what they do here with Dieters at the plate, and then you have Sparks on first base. Are they going to steal? What are we going to do here? Wyrick does have that strong arm. Turner at third base, speedy as well.
Couple of steps in front of the bag at third. One step in front of the bag at first. Deep at short and second. And that one bounces in. Here comes a run. Bowling Green on the board on the wild pitch, and all the way over to third goes Briley Sparks. That is a huge swing in this ball game as Bowling Green gets one across.
And this is the wearing down that we were talking about earlier in the game. Johanning, she's been spot on. She's given up 2 hits so far.
That's it for her.
And they pull her.
Yeah, they're going to bring in the other pitcher, Blankenship, who was the designated player. So a pitching change here in the top of the 6th inning with the tying run at the plate in Dieters and a 1-0 count. So they change pitchers in the middle of an at-bat, and we'll see what Blankenship brings when we come back to the state semifinal on Eagle 102.
Bowling Green Insurance is here to serve all your insurance needs. Bowling Green Insurance offers companies to cover your farm, home, auto, and crop needs. Call Fred or Jackie today to get a customized quote that will fit you and your budget. Bowling Green Insurance is an independent insurance agency. That means they can offer several companies to fit you. Give Bowling Green Insurance a call today to get a quote. 573-324-5762 or 573-324-CROP.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, the Mercantile Bank, and Bowling Green Tractor.
So after the ground out by Dameron, a walk to Tanner Turner, then a single by Haley Chandler, a wild pitch on the first one to Grace Dieters has allowed that runner from third, Turner, to score, and it's 3-1 in this state semifinal. And a runner at third base in Briley Sparks. She pinch ran for Chandler. And Dieters represents the tying run at the plate. The 1-0 pitch to her is in the dirt, 2-0.
And what an odd change for Sullivan. I mean, she's coming into an account that already had a ball on her. You got a runner on third base, 1 out.
And the next, that's in for a strike. 2-1.
Blankenship's really got to settle down for Sullivan, and you know, it's a hard spot to come into, and so this is a good chance for the Lady Cats to take advantage of because this pitcher is probably shaking in her boots.
That one misses low, and a 3-1 count to Grace Dieters. She wears number 10, plays center field, made a great sliding catch earlier in this ball game to save a run. This one off the end of the bat to the first baseman, and she'll be tagged out. The runner stayed at third. Came 3/4 of the way down, and then Sparks turned around and went back. Wow.
I'm surprised to see that Dieters ran through that ball. You know, the thing to do to get Sparks to come across the plate would have been to stop midway up the line, make that first baseman come to her. Instead, she ran right to that first baseman, which I think makes it hard for Sparks because that first baseman's coming up the line still to meet her, and that makes that home plate play a little bit shorter for that first baseman to throw home.
That one misses outside for ball 1 on to Kaylin Womack. 3-1 ball game. Boy, a wild pitch would be great right now.
Yes.
This one fouled. And it's a 1-1 count to Womack. That one came off the bat funny.
Blankenship's really spinning that ball. Johanning was as well, but we're seeing a little bit more of a dying spin to Blankenship's pitches here.
Now a 1-1 count to the Bowling Green shortstop. That one, good job holding up, and it's a 2-1 count. Missed inside.
And Wyrick's really had to work behind the plate for
Yes,
Sullivan today. I think she saved a lot of runs, unfortunately.
Swing and a miss. Big cut. And I don't think that was the pitch that Womack was looking for.
No.
This is a power pitcher for sure. She's imposing out there in the center circle. And a swing and a miss. She'll have to run to first. Runner stays. Didn't even break home with 2 outs. The inning is over. Bowling Green pushes a run across. It's now Sullivan 3 and the LadyCats 1 as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning on Eagle 102.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Vicky Cadwallader Real Estate and Perkins Electrical Service.
So Bowling Green gets a run, but they leave some on the table as well and trail this game 3-1 heading into the bottom of the 6th inning. So it's going to take a stop here and some more 7th inning magic for the LadyCats to reach that state championship game on Friday. Again, that'll be at 5 o'clock at Killian Stadium in Springfield, Missouri, the home of the Lady Bears of Missouri State. This game brought to you in part on Eagle 102 by McDinger's, PJ Salon, Pike County Title Company, Sun Window Company, Cozy Sea RV Campground, Frank Wallace Shelter Insurance, Prairie's Edge Garden Center.
Sullivan's at the bottom of their lineup, and you know, they've made some noise today with the bottom of that lineup. They're all pretty speedy, and once they get on, that top of the lineup it's just a catalyst for that top of the lineup and really getting, Sullivan in a good place to score. So let's see if Turner and the LadyCats can hold them to 1-2-3 here so they can get back in there and score.
First pitch of the inning is off the inside corner for ball 1. Okay, let's look at this. The 8 and 9 hitters, Johnson and Hamlick, are 3 for 3 with and now a hit by pitch. So they've been on base every time. So you got Johnson a walk, a hit by pitch, and a double, and she's scored once.
You know, we want to eliminate those free base runners as much as we can. You can't help hitting a batter sometimes. Sometimes you can't help walking people, but we're late in the game. We're down by 2 runs. The last thing we want to do is allow them to get a little bit more insurance, making it tougher on us as an offense when we come up 1-2-3 here in the 7th.
Hamlick a pair of bunts for hits, and this one is fielded, throw, and out at first. Boy, she looked safe at first.
Yes, she did.
Bowling Green gets the call.
And an interesting setup for Bowling Green's defense there. You know, that ball was bunted right down the third baseline, and Jade Meyer stayed close for a really long time before getting back to first base. And I think it made it a little bit of a closer play because Betts came up ready to throw, and she had a double pump there.
Yeah. So the first time that Hamlick's been retired today on a bunt attempt, and that pitch up high to the leadoff hitter, Ulrich. Kayla has doubled in 2 runs, and been hit by a pitch. So she's 1 for 2 officially. Well, that's a pretty one there. 1-2 the count to Ulrich. The next.
Not a bad idea.
Up high.
Tanner went upstairs with that one, and, you know, we don't want to give her nothing that she's going to be able to place and hit hard, and so we want to move that ball.
This one chopped to the shortstop. Womack waits on it, good throw or a good scoop on the far side, and then over to third. Once the ball was thrown goes Johnson. So she's there now with 2 outs. And Bowling Green just a good pitch away from getting out of this inning. 6-3 on the putout.
That was a very bang-bang heads-up play from Bowling Green, and luckily they kept that girl at third.
There is a bunt attempt, and pulled back, apparently. I think if you run out of the box, you shouldn't be able to pull it back.
Yeah.
That's my thinking. 1-1 as that one's bunted foul on the third base side. Dameron picks it up. And Branson will have to come back and grab that bat. It was almost halfway between the pitcher and the catcher. 1 ball, 1 strike. The next on its way. This one is fisted right in front of second base, and a run comes in. Big 2-out hit for Branson and the Lady Eagles, and it's 4-1.
That's a really tough play to make. I mean, Bowling Green had pinched in, ready for that slap because she's taken advantage of that slow rolling ball all day, and she placed it right, literally on second base right there. No man's land.
Big swing and a miss for Johanning. The next on its way. That one, ooh, that's been a strike all day. Called a ball this time. 4-1. So the Lady Cats can't get that hold. Run goes down to second, and the throw was caught in front of the bag, and Womack couldn't get the tag back. It's a stolen base for Branson. She's quick.
And Dameron has such a quick pop time, and I mean, she fired down there, and that throw was right at that runner.
Now the ball goes back to the screen, and over to third goes Branson. And the count, what, 3-1?
3-1, yep.
So Turner going to have to make a pitch here.
Let her defense work.
3-1 on its way, and she misses up high.
3-2.
3-2, sorry. The next, this one chopped to the third baseman. Up with it is Betts. Throw across, good. Dig again on the first base side by Jade Meyer. 5-3 on the putout. The runner stranded at third, but a run comes in, and Sullivan has regained their 3-run lead heading into the final at bat for Bowling Green in regulation. They need 3 to tie here in the state semifinal on Eagle 102.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. So easy, anyone can use them. Once you try it, you'll just have to buy it. Stop by Bowling Green Tractor to see how easy yard work can be. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, Young Enterprises Incorporated, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
I'm standing up. I'm going to try and trigger a rally here in the top of the 7th inning for Bowling Green. They need 3 runs to keep this game going, 4 to take the lead. As the throw goes down, we're ready for action here in the 7th inning of this state semifinal. Winner goes on to the championship game on Friday in Springfield at 5 o'clock. If Bowling Green's in it, our pregame will start at 4:45. It's going to take some work here from the 9-1 and 2 hitters. McKenna Orff to lead things off, then Grimsley and Betts, if anyone gets on, Jade Meyer and Dameron. And that would be really good if they got to bat, because that means we have some base runners on.
Yes.
That one fouled out of play on the first pitch to Orff. She's walked in 2 plate appearances today.
She's had some great at-bats, and I mean, she's a veteran. She's a senior. She knows what she's doing in these games, and she can really start something off and get on base here. I think it would really help the Cats.
That one outside, 1-1 the count. To Orff. She's the right fielder. And like you mentioned, a senior. Where's number 14? The next to her. Swung on and missed. Big cut. McKenna came up empty, 1-2.
Yeah, one number is the pitch, the location, that sort of thing.
Orff back in. And Blankenship is ready. This one back to the pitcher. Blankenship throws to first. And the first batter is retired here in the top of the 7th inning. Bowling Green down to their final 2 outs. 1-3 on the putout of McKenna Orff. And now Kennedy, who's struck out her last 2 times up, digs in. She's walked and was thrown out at home. 1 down. That one on the outside corner for strike 1 to Kennedy Grimsley. And again, didn't like the call.
No, she did not. That's the one she got run up on the last time.
The 0-1, 0-2, swing and a miss, and that swing was completely based on the calls that Sullivan's getting.
And it's better to swing at something than look at it again, because I think she was really thinking that he'd probably call it again on her.
0-2, didn't swing at that one. And now the home fans don't like the call, but that was the farthest one outside yet.
Yeah, that was a very smart move by Blankenship. I mean, really manipulating a batter there. That's a tough decision, yes or no, especially when that outside pitch is being called.
This one chopped back to the pitcher. Blankenship up with it. Throw is low, but caught by Funkhauser at first. And there's 2 away. Bowling Green will need another 2-out rally here to keep their season alive as the home fans stand up here at Sullivan Bank Park. Betts, the last chance, the last hope for Bowling Green. Blankenship to the center of the circle. She rocks back, fires, and delivers a pitch outside to the Bowling Green third baseman. Betts has had a nice day fielding. Has only been on base once via a walk. The shutout streak for Sullivan ended last inning when Bowling Green pushed one across, and there's a strike called to even the count at 1-1. LadyCats need a miracle now. That one low. 2 balls and a strike to Meredith. She scored the game-winning run in the state quarterfinal on Thursday on the hit by Meyer. The 2-1 pitch, way up high and back to the screen. Blankenship overloaded a little bit on that fastball.
I think she's a little excited, a little nervous at the same time.
3-1. Betts fouls it back to the screen. Woo.
That was a big cut from Betts. Quick hands. She wanted that ball. She's going to extend this game. That's her mindset here. She wants to get on base, help the LadyCats score some runs and possibly get a victory here. 2-out rally.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The base is empty here in the 7th inning for Bowling Green. This one is lifted and will drop for a hit and go to the wall. It's going to be extra bases for Meredith Betts. Throwing to second is not in time. Made it closer than it probably could have been. That's a plus arm from Branson out there in center field. And the game continues for Jade Meyer.
I was nervous about that late slide from Betts because I was like, oh no, she's going to go over the bag, and that's also something that you got to play into factor when you're when you're running the bases here on the turf field.
Jade Meyer digs in. 2 outs, runner at second base. LadyCats trail by 3 runs.
They called that a strike.
Wow.
Outside corner again.
That was an extremely late call.
Very, very late.
The 0-1. Now Blankenship now comes set for the 0-1 and gives it to Jade. Outside for ball one. I got to keep watching the home plate umpire now.
Yeah.
I watched him for a good 2 seconds.
Midway through the next pitch, he
Yeah,
may call that one
yeah.
a strike two.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, runner at second base for Bowling Green here in the 7th, and that one's fouled back to the screen, and the LadyCats down to their final strike. Meyer, one of the heroes in the quarterfinal, homered in that game and put the ball in play with 2 outs. A ball that was dropped by the center fielder for Perryville and got him to this semifinal matchup. 1 ball, 2 strikes, Blankenship rears back and delivers. Swing and a miss. And it's Sullivan going to the state championship game. 4-1 is our final. Bowling Green season comes to an end here. 1 game away from Springfield. We'll be back with the post-game show for you after this on KJFM.
The Eagle 102 post-game show is coming up, brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Is it time to renew, redo, or rebuild? People's Bank and Trust can help you make those home improvements without springing a leak in your budget. I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. Stop by your local People's Bank in Bowling Green and let's talk about how People's Bank can help you. People's Bank and Trust online at www.pbtc.net or give me a call at 573-324-2525. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender, MLO number 421603, NMLS number 407724.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Your one-stop shop for all your automotive needs is still Mid-America Auto and Towing. They perform state inspections, run diagnostics, and specialize in brake repair. They do everything from preventative maintenance to engine repair and more. Mid-America will also guarantee the lowest prices on tires. Stop in, browse their pre-owned vehicles, and make sure to ask about their senior citizen and military discounts. Financing is available. To get a sneak peek of their inventory, visit MidAmericaAutoandTowing.com. Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Time now for the Eagle 102 post-game show on KJFM, sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops.
4-1 our final here at Sullivan as Bowling Green falls in the state semifinal. Mark Fronick, Madison Ingram back with you here from Sullivan Bank Ballpark, and just a little too much from Sullivan today. Bowling Green only manages 3 hits in this ball game. They do break the Lady Eagles shutout streak with a run in the 6th inning, a run on 1 hit in that inning, but Bowling Green just couldn't get that key hit. They left runners in scoring position in droves the first few innings.
Yeah, I mean, Johanning was putting people on. I mean, she was throwing the ball around quite a bit in the dirt, high, low, and we weren't being patient enough at times, and we often gave them outs with those bunts that we were talking early in the innings. You know, in the first few innings, we were getting that runner on, and then all of a sudden we're bunting and we're sacrificing and we're giving them an out. And you know, it proved to be difficult to produce runs when there was 1 to 2 outs with the LadyCats today. So, you know, it's hard to come back from something like that. On
the flip side, knowing this turf infield, the Lady Eagles were able to use that bunt, not for sacrifices, but for infield hits, which later led to runs.
Yeah. Bowling Green, this wasn't their home field. That turf is definitely very hard. Ground balls spike straight into the ground. That's a hard hit ball. It's really easy to take a one hop and throw it to first base. Now, the bunts were a little bit of a different story. Once they get that ball down, it's just kind of dying on the turf. And Sullivan used that to their advantage both defensively and offensively because they knew if somebody was squaring to a bunt, they were way in. And, Bowling Green came in like they would for a bunt on a dirt infield. And it was successful for Sullivan and unsuccessful for the LadyCats.
4 runs on 8 hits, no errors for Sullivan as they move on to take on the winner of that Blair Oaks and, who was the other team in that one? Have to pull that back up. Savannah beat Odessa, yeah. And we'll see if there's an update on that game on the MSHSAA website. Yep, Savannah won that game 1-0. So Bowling Green and Blair Oaks, the beasts of the last few years, are both eliminated in the semifinal. So to be Savannah and Sullivan, an all-S final coming up on Friday. But 4 runs on 8 hits, no errors. For the Lady Eagles. Bowling Green, 1 run on 3 hits, no errors. 9 strikeouts by Sullivan pitchers today of Bowling Green batters. And Tanner Turner just racked up 4 strikeouts in this one. The hit by pitch was a major factor in this one as well. As Turner, I'm not sure if they were hanging over the plate. It didn't seem like they were hanging over the plate too much, except for that one. Bowling Green kind of wanted the ump to call the batter for not trying to get out of the way. But she hit, 3 in the ball game, and 1 Bowling Green batter was hit.
Yeah.
So.
And I think it's a factor of the turf because you kind of slide around a little bit from my experience. And so sometimes you're falling more to that inside corner of the plate, trying to regain that footing that you were losing on that turf. And maybe that was a factor, but, you don't see Turner hit very many batters.
Yeah.
You may see some walks, but you don't see her hitting a lot of batters, and that seemed problematic today.
All right, 4-1 our final. Bowling Green season comes to an end. We'll take a break, wrap up this post-game show after this on Eagle 102.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Hi, I'm Keith Oakes, Director of Physical Therapy.
I'm Eric Schaefer. I work in physiotherapy.
And I choose Pike County Memorial Hospital.
And I choose Pike County Memorial Hospital.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose to work at Pike County Memorial Hospital. Choose a hospital where you're more than just a patient. You're our friend, family member, and neighbor. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Pike County Mutual offers home auto discounts simply by placing your auto insurance through one of several auto companies that Pike County Farmers Mutual represent, and your home with Pike County Mutual. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, Buddy Bibb, or Kathy Gam at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Come home, insure with Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green. You'll be glad you did.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing MerpK Mobile, mobile banking with remote deposit capture. Any customer with online banking can now access your Mercantile bank accounts from any device, including your smartphone and tablet, everywhere you go. With the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile bank account, you'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, where they've been serving the Louisiana area for more than 100 years, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Mike's Tire and Service Center, and All Parts.
4-1 our final as Bowling Green season comes to an end here in the state semifinal. Sullivan will take on Savannah in the Class 3 state championship. Again, that's at 5 o'clock on Friday. We will be focused on football this Friday as it's the first week of district play. I'm not sure where we're going to end up, if we'll be at one place, two places, three places, where we're going to be, and we'll decide that the first part of next week, and to try and get the best coverage of district football that we can possibly give here on Eagle 102. But what a season of softball here on KJFM.
What a season of softball for sure. I mean, we had, 3 teams that had made it past the district. You had Ellsbury, you had Silex, and you had Bowling Green making it into the state tournament. That is big for the Northeastern Missouri, So
and for the EMO conference.
And for the EMO conference, to say the least. 3 teams making it to the state tournament, and that says a lot about the level of play that is happening in Northeastern Missouri, how these athletes are preparing themselves, and how they're establishing these legacies and these dynasties within softball.
And no word on how Monroe City is doing in their state semifinal. That's in Class 2. They're playing against Penny, and that game should be getting close to complete as well, if it's not already. The other Class 2, Father Tolton, who, of course, knocked out Ellsbury, taking on Kelly this afternoon. And let's see if we can get the Class 1 to come up here and see how that one's going. As they've added classes this year, so yes. Which is it's just crazy. You already have so many teams out because of COVID, and then you water it down a little bit. Of course, Vienna and Weeblo, they're in action. Salisbury and Leeton. Salisbury, of course, beat Silex 5-1 the other night. La Plata and Bramer. And then Stewartsville and Conception Junction, Jefferson Conception Junction, all in action today. And that, of course, is the quarterfinal for Class 1. They had actually 4 full rounds in Class 1. So good luck to, I guess, the only team left from our region is Monroe City. So go Lady Panthers.
Good luck to them. Yeah, it's definitely a statement to make it this far, and says a lot about their athletes.
And congratulations to all our area softball teams and players and coaches on a great season. Even if you didn't get the results in the win-loss column or postseason success, every team I thought showed growth this year and is further along in developing programs, and I think that's good for the health of this area's softball and of the EMO conference.
Yes, of course, and it was such a weird year. We have coronavirus, you have athletes that are out for periods of time. A lot of these teams have battled that adversity, and so to come out and continue to get better every day and to step into positions that you may not have been playing at the beginning of the season, or stepping into a role that you may not have had, is it's definitely difficult. And to see that growth is something that a lot of athletes haven't experienced coming up into 2020.
All right. That's Madison Ingram. I'm Mark Froelich. I guess we'll see you on Friday for the start of district football right here on KJFM. Good afternoon, everybody.
You've been listening to Area High School Softball on KJFM, Eagle 102. Join Eagle 102 for play-by-play action on air and online from your area sports leader. KJFM Radio, Eagle 102.